Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and today we actually got the egg rates for the upcoming rock type egg event, and the rates are okay, I guess. Actually, this is the other egg rate. This is the rock type egg event egg rate because it's Taurus over there, and that's not the rock type. But anyways, I mean, if we are to compare these rates, right? Well, it's not really comparable to. I think it's slightly more comparable to the bug type egg events because they have like. I think the same amount of units, right? I think it should be the same 1.012. Yeah, it's basically the same rates as a bug type egg event in terms of the eggs and stuff. So there's that. So anyways, let's just quickly go over it. So as for the shinies, right? Before people are circulating, oh, it's gonna be strikers again. However, the shinies are actually, well, Aerodactyl still is a shiny striker, which again is kind of sad. But for shiny KABUTOPS, it's actually tech, which is probably the most useful Eggmon in the game, in my opinion. It's okay. It's as useful. It's kind of like Tech Venomoth, but better. If you get like, obviously, it's nothing. It's not like Scyther because Scyther's it's just standalone striker, right? But in terms of a tech unit. It's very, very powerful, and we'll talk about, and it's not just because it has Sandstorm. We'll talk about it, why in a second after we go through all this stuff. So this is definitely nice because a lot of people were afraid they're just gonna keep on throwing in shiny strikers and such, and fortunately, it's not going to be shiny strikers this time. Well, again, Aerodactyl still shiny striker, which is kind of bad, but for the tech, it's actually or for KABUTOPS, it's actually tech. So again, the rates are pretty. Simple. It should be the same as last time, right? 1.012 Aerodactyl, same for Kabuto, and then like the 4.47% is for Onyx and Geodudes, right? Which for the 1-star eggs, and then 2-star eggs, Aerodactyl and Kabuto are. Oh, as for the shiny, what's the shiny rates on these again? Wait, am I tripping or do I not see shinies at all? Oh, never mind, it's over here. Yeah, 0.67 67 for these. As for 2 stars, 1.523% on Aerodactyl Kabuto, and then 3.923 on Onyx and Geodude. As for the shinies, they're 1% each. And as for the 3-star eggs, 2.278% for Aerodactyl and Kabuto, and then 3.112 on Onyx and Geodude. Shinies 1.5% each. So if we get like similar stages as well in terms of drop rates and stuff, it should be still better to do the 2-star eggs because the shiny rate should be almost identical between 2-star eggs and 3-star eggs, right? In terms of versus time, right? In a 24-hour period. However, there is something new to consider now since stamina is a thing. And I don't know how much, stamina we're going to spend on these, but if it's like 20 stamina each stage, and then, you just run a stage and then boom, you don't get a drop at all because that's 2 hours to recover 20 stamina, right? You're kind of screwed. So maybe you do want to go for the higher ups, higher stages, which have the higher drop rates, right? Assuming again they're all in the same amount of stamina. Then you could maybe do that instead, just to get 3-star eggs. Even though, again, the shiny rates are similar. It's just that like 2-star eggs give you more eggs exchange tickets, right? But yeah, stamina might be an issue here because it's RNG. Like, I really don't like this personally because like you have to use stamina, which again recovers very slowly, and then like the drop rates are RNG as well. It's not like if it was like you beat it and then you guarantee get an egg, I'm fine with that, right? But like it's like you beat it and then it's like it's a chance you get the egg and there's a chance that you don't get the egg, right? Which is kind of not good. I don't know how else to put it, but right. So there's that. But if you do, go for the highest ones, go for like the 3-star eggs, which are 12-hour per hatch, then you have time to regen your stamina, obviously, right? It shouldn't be that bad because again, we still get, the login. I think the login stamina is still there, right? And also the daily stamina, which is a lot of stamina, right? I don't think we like throughout this month. I don't think no one should have any stamina issues until the login bonus stamina goes away. Then we might start encountering some stamina issues, right? But I would just expect this kind of, login stamina bonus to come fairly regularly, right? So it shouldn't be that big of a problem, but again, it still sucks, right? All right, moving on to, again, the Aerodactyl egg and Kabuto egg, I would assume it's like the bug type egg event. You get one of each through missions. All the rates are the same for each one of them, and then 1.5% on the shiny as well. So this is, these are just better to get, either an Aerodactyl or Kabuto, right? In comparison to these, since these, they literally have the same rates for shinies, right? So anyways, I do want to quickly talk about why, or you know what, let's just quickly overview the shinies here, right? Shiny Aerodactyl Striker. Where is the Striker one? Is this the Striker one? Rock, Sink, Impact. Yeah, this is the Striker one. This is a shiny Aerodactyl. Rock, Sink, Impact, pretty standard. Smackdown. 20 power, 100% accuracy, 1 gauge. Has no additional effect for some reason, but okay. I mean, it probably won't work in this game anyways. X attack, race you. Like, X attack and race you is a good combo, that's for sure, right? Stone Edge, crits land more easily. 100. You know what? I take it back. It's like not that bad. It's still not good, but it's just like Olivia is just straight up better. In like almost every way. Right? It's just worse Olivia. But I guess if you don't have Olivia, but like Olivia's been on banner since forever, right? She's been here since the start. I'm sure a lot of you guys already have Olivia, and if you don't have Olivia, you'll eventually get her, right? And then Headstrong, Power Reserve 2, Critical Strike 1. So like Aerodactyl's not very impressive. However, Tech Kabutops is very, very good. Tech Kabutops has Tech stats, Tech Eggmon stats, Ancient Power, which is whatever, Sandstorm, Hang in There, which raises both defenses and gradually heals, and then Rock Tomb, which is very, very important. It has Sand Shelter, Stamina Reserve, and Sands of Time 1, which again, recharges the move gauge quicker in Sandstorm. This is incredibly powerful. But if you guys are wondering, oh, we already have Acerola, why would you run Acerola? Why would you run Kabutops over Acerola? Actually, you might have to run Kabutops over Acerola almost every single time if you are planning on using the newly expanded Synchro of the incredibly busted Kukui, right? So here's why. When you think about team composition, if you're going for a Kukui, right? Kukui has some Kukui's probably one of the, probably easily top 10, if not top 5. I didn't do the numbers, but just, just looking at it, it does seem like it's definitely very, very high on the list in terms of, straight up damage dealers, right? It has some really, really good stuff. Hunter's Instinct, that's extra 30% on your moves, when the target speed is lowered to the max, right? Got Accelerock Staggering 5. You got what else? Cakewalk if you want, buff your sync move. Sand Shelter, Surging Sand 5, and the dude already has like Surging Sand, I think 8 or I don't know, not 8. I think was it 3 or something on its passive already, or is it 5? Oh, Surging Sand 5. Yeah, never mind. Surging Sand 5. So you could technically get Surging Sand 13 with Hunter's Instinct, extra 30% over there. And then you got Sands of Time, Soothing Sand, Power Flux 3 as well. Not that I don't know. He might pick it up. It depends. It depends on what you're doing, right? And yeah, it's very, very powerful. However, to fully maximize Kukui's damage, you need to pick up Hunter's Instinct, right? That's because that's straight up the extra 30% damage, which is very, very powerful. It's basically, right, if you lower your opponent's speed enough, it's basically Critical Strike 3, but like worse because it doesn't trigger on sync moves. But still, very, very powerful, and also same with Cakewalk. Your only option to lower the opponent's speed, if you're running an Acerola team, is to use Kukui's Rock Tomb, but if you're using Rock Tomb, you're just not doing damage, right? Like, you want someone else to lower the opponent's speed. You don't want Kukui to lower the opponent's speed, because that's just going to take forever. And the reason why, and if you're running Acerola, then you just use, Heliolisk or something, which is a fantastic speed debuffer, right? You can do that. It's just it's not good, right? Because Kukui, the other problem with Kukui is you don't have any crit buffs for yourself at all. Your Woo Refreshing gives you, sharply raise attack, which gives you +4, right? And then Aceroll's, Sandstorm could also give you, you could max that out. But however, you have to actually use these, right? To actually get attack ups, which also refreshes your Celerock. So you're basically, if you're doing this just to gain attack, you're wasting Celerock, which you'll never do, right? And if you're not using it, your Accelerocks aren't going to do that much damage, which is an issue, right? And you have to rely heavily on RNG for your Acerola to buff your crit. Let's see, where is it? Palisand. Because Acerola's, I think it's only 50% chance of raising the crit, and you need that to trigger 3 times, and it's a 50% chance each time. And once you run out of Sandstorms, you're kind of screwed, right? If you didn't get all 3, which is very hard because Sandstorm initially only has 2, and then you only have 1 MP refresh 3, which is a 40% chance to refresh every time. So on average, you should not be getting max crit for Kukui. So this is where KABUTOPS comes in. Tech KABUTOPS could still set up Sandstorm, right? It has Sand Shelter, has Sands of Time 1, I think, right? Or something like that. Sands of Time. Yeah, Sands of Time 1. But however, with KABUTOPS, you don't need another unit to lower the opponent's speed. You could just go ahead and use Rock Tomb, because Tech KABUTOPS has Rock Tomb in his kit, which is fantastic, right? It just helps out Kukui so much. And then you could bring another support instead of relying on the extremely RNG, Acerola and Palisand. And also very, very slow as well. That's going to take, 3 sync... even if you get a crit buff on every single Sandstorm, that takes 3 sync move cycles to get your crit up to, +3, which is, again, very unreliable and slow, and it's not realistic, right? So your most realistic way of going, through this, building an absolute monster Kukui build is Tech KABUTOPS to Sandstorm and lower opponent speed with Rock Tomb, and then bring another support like a Dusclops that could also give you some attack as well, but also, more importantly, give you crit. So Tech KABUTOPS is very, very good. Thankfully, they made the good one a shiny, right? Unlike Pinsir. Pinsir and Aerodactyl, honestly, right? Aerodactyl and Pinsir. Pinsir, the striker version is really bad. However, the support version is very, very good. And Aerodactyl, both support and tech are decent, right? The support, you give it defense and then attack and speed, right? Which is a lot of good stuff. 1 engage spam. And then for tech Aerodactyl, you get basically Grant, but better because you have better speed, right? You get, a lot of speed, and then Rock Slide, AoE Flinch with Aggravation 1, right? But unfortunately, we've got the Striker Aerodactyl, so it is what it is. So that's me with this one, I guess. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.